So welcome back to Vlogmas Day 21. I'm just going to make a short video today, and you'll know the reasons why very soon. I'll explain it. But I just wanted to kind of quickly close off Pampanga. I was going to film the day afterwards, but for a few reasons I actually didn't end up filming that day, so I never really closed the lantern show off properly. But we actually found out that San Juan, which was the 4th lantern and the one that Elowen picked, actually won this year, so that was amazing. It was the one with the Squid Games introduction, which if you haven't watched Squid Games, you should. If you're an adult, don't watch it if you're a child. It's very inappropriate. And Kev's choice, Santa Lucia, came 3rd this year. I think they actually won it last year. They're like champions, reigning champions. So we were hoping either one of the two were going to win because they were the best. So that was really, really good. We actually really enjoyed our time in San Fernando in the end. Like, other than that little hiccup with the Airbnb, which honestly we dealt with it. We found a really nice hotel, and we were lucky enough that actually our taxi driver suggested a really nice one. And the beds were amazing. So actually we kind of lucked out a little bit. Even though we had to spend a bit more than we wanted to, it ended up being a lot better. And we also got to experience our trike ride for the first time ever. The first trike ride was a lot nicer than the second one. The second one, there was like cardboard on the floor, and the door was like flapping, and I'm pretty sure that because there was 5 of us, the bike was like so heavy, the poor driver was like trying to ram it up the hill, and the hill was really bumpy. So the second time round, I maybe felt it in my bones a little bit more, as to the kind of, you know, the bumpy roads. But it was really fun. The kids loved the trike. And we also got a jeepney on the way from our hotel to the bus terminal on Sunday. Obviously I didn't film that, but it was still a really good experience. And the jeepney guy is actually really helpful because there weren't any trikes about on the Sunday, but there was loads of jeepneys, and loads kept stopping and asking us where we wanted to go. So some would say, yeah, I can do that, and obviously the ones that couldn't said no. So it just kind of makes it really helpful. And they got us there, and it was really nice. It's like 14 pesos per person for like the 5-minute trip. So yeah, Pampanga was really good. I think next time we'll just be a little bit more central with our accommodation, so that we're in and amongst everything. So if we do need to get like small forms of transport, like jeepneys or trikes, then we can do that. But yeah, it's a learning curve. It kind of made me really anxious at the time, but looking back at it, actually we had a really good time, and it was really fun. And I know a lot of you keep saying like, oh, you should get a guide, or you should, you know, find people to help you all the time. And it's like, I kind of want to travel without having to constantly lean on somebody else to try and find how to get somewhere, where to get somewhere. Obviously if I really need some help because I can't find it out online, obviously I will. But a lot of you are suggesting to Google things. It's like, we did Google things. We Googled lots of information on it, and the transportation available in San Fernando, and a lot of those sources ended up being wrong. We even like watched a few YouTube videos and they used Grabs, and then we just don't know how they used Grabs when there isn't any Grabs. And then our Airbnb host also said that, you know, you would think she'd know the area, so we're relying on her to give us reliable information, and again, that wasn't necessarily the case. However, it was a good learning experience, and I wouldn't say no to going and exploring more of the Philippines. I just think I'm just going to be a little bit more careful about how, and that's literally it. So thank you for all your advice about that video, but we're alright. We did alright. I think we did alright. And we ended up doing it, so that was the best thing. And going to the Lantern Festival, which was actually really good. Although a couple of people said it was like really boring, but each to their own. So that brings me along to the Sunday. Well, actually, technically, it was the night of the Lantern Festival, and this is why I sound like this. We got so incredibly ill. Now I can just about talk. My throat feels like a cat has been scratching at it for years, and it just feels like inflamed and sore. It's probably the first day I've had to speak this much, and it's only because I really don't want to miss a Vlogmas day. I would love to lie down and not have to film for a few days and get my energy back up and rest, but I've committed to this Vlogmas and I don't want to kind of throw the towel in 4 days before we're finishing. So I've got these like lozenges, they're like raspberry flavour. If any of you are not from the Philippines and you are looking for throat medication, these are amazing. They're really nice to suck on and they numb all of this. So I've taken one of these just before I started filming, just to make it a bit easier. But Kev's been really unwell, and the kids have been really unwell. They're actually recovering a lot quicker. They're already pretty much out of it. Took them a couple of days. But me, it's like Wednesday now, and it started Saturday night for me, and I still feel absolutely atrocious. So that is the reason, unfortunately, I didn't end up filming the day after, because we just didn't feel good at all, and we just wanted to give ourselves that time to just get home. And literally all of us laid down and went to sleep for hours, and then we did that again the next day, and then we did that again the next day, and then today is the first day that I actually have to get up and start working again, because if I don't, I'm gonna miss the rest of Vlogmas. It's really sad because we didn't actually end up eating any food either. We had a Shakey's, and then by the time we got to the hotel is when it started, when I started to kind of go downhill a little bit. So none of us were really hungry. So being in Pampanga, which is like the food capital of the Philippines, we didn't end up actually eating any local food, which is a bit gutting. So some of you may have noticed, like, oh, why didn't you eat any food? That's why, because literally these sorts of things don't make you have a good appetite. And we didn't kind of stick around on Sunday to have a little explore before we left. We just went literally from the hotel to the station, and the bus took relatively like 2 hours to catch, because it was basically you had to write your name on a list, and Passe just ended up having the most amount of people waiting to go to there. So we were like number 48. So what they ended up doing was they ended up taking a bus from where we were, like that was kind of not being used, and they put Passe in the window, and the whole bus was empty so that we could all get on at once, which was amazing. So that meant that we didn't have to wait too long. Like 2 hours, it's not that long, to be honest. We thought that was quite decent. And then when we got back, the grab didn't take long either, which I was really grateful for, because standing when you're like dripping in feverish sweats was really difficult. But we had to get home. So that's a lot of the reasons as to why a lot of things didn't happen exactly how I would have wanted them to. And like that's why we had to leave the Lantern Festival slightly earlier, because literally we just couldn't cope sitting there any longer. We all just wanted to go to sleep, and also it had been a long day. It's a long day. We tried to kind of be like super energetic and like try and get it done, but it just caught up with us in the end, and then after that it just flatlined. And I don't think I've been this unwell for a really long time. Like I've been unwell a few times now, but like they've kind of been a day to 2 days. This is like a long kind of drawn out one. I've got lots of vitamins, I've got lots of medication, I've got lots of everything, so please don't worry, I've got everything I need. It's just a slow process this time. But yeah, I didn't want to miss a video today, and I didn't want to ruin Vlogmas. Like, I've worked so hard, we've done 20 videos now, we've got 4 more to go. Yeah, I just didn't want to give up. As much as it's very tempting to rest and give myself like a week off of filming, this is our job, we don't really have that choice. So I hope you guys understand that today is going to be a very short video, just so I can get across the finish line and make Vlogmas happen. We'll all be fine. Like I said, the kids are actually recovering really well and they're kind of almost back to normal, and Kev's coming right out of it, but for me it just seems to have lingered. So please don't worry. This isn't to kind of make you feel sorry for us, it's just more of like an update a bit of what's been going on, just so that you guys know that today's video is just going to be a little bit of a quick one, purely so I can kind of get as much strength back to get the rest of the week complete. So I hope you somewhat enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are doing well. We've got to get stuff for Christmas because we've been literally at home in bed for 2 days since we've come back, and we still haven't finished any Christmas shopping, which is quite scary. I haven't got anything for Kev yet, which is also quite scary because he's quite difficult to buy for. Hopefully we'll see in tomorrow's video maybe a tiny bit better. I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna be a lot better, but hopefully a little bit better. Hopefully I can talk. Like, talking now is literally painful, so I am gonna have to close this vlog now before I lose my voice completely. But yeah, I hope you understand, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one and we'll all be a little bit better. So thank you so much for watching, and we appreciate you guys who have kept watching throughout the whole of Vlogmas. If you've watched every video of Vlogmas so far, leave a Christmas tree in the comment section to let me know if you've watched every single Vlogmas so far. And if you haven't, I leave playlists at the end of each video so you can catch up if you want to. So yeah, I will leave you with that, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.